In what could be a very emotional afternoon at the London Stadium, West Ham United host Manchester City in the penultimate game for both sides in this Premier League season. It's all to play for Man City in terms of the title race. It's all to play for us in terms of trying to catch Man United in that sixth spot. A roller coaster of emotions, I think, we'll all experience tomorrow. But putting that to the side for a second, this is the last dance for Martin Noble, and we're here to preview it. It's the West Ham versus Man City match preview. I'm joined by Gary. Gary, how are you?
I'm very good, Jake. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad at all. Before we crack into anything, though, we're going to be doing this for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to head over, 15-minute break, we're going to be doing a watch-along for the FA Cup final. The day that used to be the biggest day in the footballing calendar, not quite so much anymore, but we're still going to be doing an FA Cup final watch-along. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Make sure you check that out here on West Ham Official. But in terms of the game tomorrow, Gary, do you think the emotions are going to get the better of most of us?
I think it's going to be a very emotional day. I mean, I read somewhere that he's the longest serving player in the top 5 leagues across Europe. I mean, he made his debut in 2004. You know, before you were born, Jake. I mean, he's just incredible how long he's been around, and he's just. You read about all the players, and they all say what an influence he is and how he helps them along. So I think he's an absolute legend. So I think it's going to be good. I'm not sure what the club are going to do before the game, but I know after the game there'll be some celebrations. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, for people in the stadium, I think the plan is kind of doors open normal time, and then there's going to be like the academy players are going to do like a lap of honour round. Mark Noble's going to come up 10 minutes before kick-off, and then post match there's going to be a ceremony for Mark Noble, and then the annual walk round the pitch for the whole squad to end the season. But in terms of our opponents tomorrow, Man City, they've still got a lot to play for after Liverpool just holding on to this title race. They've got a hell of a lot to play for, and they won't be taking nothing tomorrow.
They have. I mean, I don't know if you watched the Wolves game midweek, Jake, but they were quite good. Let's put it mildly.
Yeah, they were all right, average at best.
I thought to myself, oh, okay. Let's hope they have a bad day on Sunday.
Definitely. Do you think it almost doesn't play to our advantages as much as there is? Obviously, there's still a lot on this game because it's still in Man City's hands, this title race, but they want to get it done and they don't want no messing around.
No, exactly. I mean, there are 3 points clear, but they got better goal difference now, so technically they could afford to lose and still win the title.
Yeah.
I think it's a very, obviously, you literally couldn't pick a harder game. That's my dog saying hello. You couldn't pick a harder game going forward than Manchester City at home. As you say, Jake, they've got everything to play for. But on the positive side, we've beaten Liverpool, we've beaten Chelsea.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do it against City.
Yeah, and of course we have beat Man City this season. It was in the Carabao Cup. We have beaten them. I mean, to be fair, when you look at their last even, where are you looking? If we go back to middle of April, they beat Watford 5-1. They beat Real Madrid, beat Leeds 4-0, beat Real Madrid again. Lost to Real Madrid. Sorry. Then they lost 5. They beat Newcastle 5-0. They beat Wolves 5-1. They're not scoring 4 or 5 goals. I can't see that happening tomorrow, though. We're not going to just be a push.
Well, I can't remember, Jake, the last time we were battered. I was trying to think this morning. I literally can't remember the last time we were battered. I literally must be 3 years ago, maybe. I really can't remember. So maybe we've lost a few games this season, but usually by 1 goal, at the most 2 goals. So as you say, I don't think they'll score 4 or 5. I think it'll be a close game. I do. I think we've got a chance. We've had a whole week to prepare. Everybody's fit that needs to be fit. So I think we've got a chance.
I think we have. Let's see, we've got in the chat. Sharky, please press the like button, everybody, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you very much, Sharky. Hope you are well. Sir, afternoon, everybody. Lawrence is in from Alabama in the US of A. Hope you're well, mate. But yeah, they like scoring 5 goals. Kevin De Bruyne is on fire. What do you think we've got to do to weather the storm, if you like, tomorrow?
Well, we've got to be very defensively organised. We've got to take our chances, and we've got to realise that they're not at full strength at the back. Because I know for a fact Diaz is out. I know Stones is out. Laporte's supposed to be out, but he might make a fitness test. Fernandinho's at the back, who's 37 years old. So, we should try to attack them. It's going to be very difficult because they hold the ball very well, as we know. So it's hard to get the ball off them, but we have to be disciplined. And when we get our chances, we've got to take them. And we're going to try to limit them to long-range shots, not let them. Their favourite move, as you know, Jake, is to get down to the byline and pull it back for people to score. So we need to make sure we cut that supply off and do our best just to keep our shape, keep organisation, and then take our chances. Because we can score. Bowen will score. Antonio can score. So, it's not. A couple of years ago, I'd have been sat here thinking it's going to be 5-0, but yeah, I think we've got a chance.
Yeah, and it does show how far this club's gone, because I think we played Liverpool in February 2020. I think it was a night game and we did get battered 4-0 or something. But when we played, we've proven it this season. We've beat Liverpool. There's only one side we haven't beaten out of this top 6, and it's Arsenal. But we don't need to worry about them. Irrelevant. We've beat City, we've beat Liverpool, we've beat Spurs, we've beat United. We are possible to pull off these upsets. We've already done it this year, and I think there's obviously the main talking point is Mark Noble, but I think deep down a lot of West Ham fans are thinking, as much as the good form they're in, we can cause an upset.
I think so, and I think the players genuinely believe they can catch United, who are 6th, because they're having a stinker at the moment. They're really poor. And they've got a tough game against Palace, last game of the season. So I think 3 more points would be enough for us to go past United, because we've got a better goal difference as well. So a draw tomorrow and a win at our favourite club, Brighton, then we should be okay.
A win at our favourite club. Jazz, I hope you're well. Jake, have you got a spare house? I filled mine with tears. I don't. The YouTube AdSense money isn't quite at that stretch yet, Jazza, but I like the joke. Very, very good. Very, very good. But yes, it's gonna be a different afternoon against Man City, because people aren't as much thinking about the game. They're going to be thinking about Mark Noble, thinking about those memories, with the ceremonies and everything else. Yeah. Do you think it's going to be difficult for the players to almost knuckle down and think, hang on, we've got to play the best team in the league here, and there's still a lot to play for us?
And I think that Moyes has shown that the players are always on it when they need to be. So I think that they'll be focused. And I think in some ways it acts as a positive, because they want to do it for Nobes. I think they'll want to get in the Europa League. I think they want to have a positive performance for them. I think, the only thing I say to Moyes, sometimes we start a bit slowly. And if we start a bit slowly tomorrow, we could get in trouble. But let's see. Like I said, we keep it tight and use the atmosphere as a positive to spur the team on. Then I think we can use it to our advantage. But it's good. Let's make any shakes about it, Jake. It's going to be a very, very tough game. Very tough.
Yeah. I think the key is that I say with all these big games, let's take it in kind of 15 to 20 minute stages. Let's get to the first 20 minutes. Let's then get to 35, and then let's get to half time, and then reassess things. Then, what part do you expect and do you want Mark Noble to play tomorrow? Do you think he comes on for the last 10? Do you think he starts? What do you think Moyes does?
He won't start. I think he might come on for the last 10 minutes, depending on the situation of the game. If it's tight, he won't. But if we're getting hammered or we're comfortably in front, I think he'll come on for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. Mm. But I think Moyes is too professional. I think Nobes has already said to him that let's concentrate on the game tomorrow. And if there's an injury to Thomas or Declan, he might get on. Certainly get on ahead of Krause. That's just a sure fact. So we'll see. But I don't think there's any plans to bring him on now.
Yeah. There should be, last 10 minutes or so. With if we were playing in Norwich, if it was last week reversed, I think it might be a bit different. He might start, but we are playing Man City here, and he doesn't particularly, I'm sure, want to be embarrassed against Man City in the last game of his last home game of his West Ham career. Do it for Noble, you Marty Irons. We've got to, and that's the incentive. What more of an incentive do you want? An opportunity to catch Man United for that 6th spot and do it for the legend that is Mark Noble, and just to go out yourself and give it your best shot and try and beat the best team in the league.
Yeah, exactly. They are the best team in the league, but if you ask the City fans, they probably don't fancy West Ham away very much. If they had to choose a game, West Ham away wouldn't be high on their list. So, they're probably nervous, and I think we should make sure we try to use that to our advantage.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I don't think they'll particularly go West Ham away. Or they'll look and go Noble's last game. This is not going to be a rollover, and I'm sure they know that. We How do you think in a way we approach this? Do you think we've got to just be conservative, and do you think Moyes goes back 5, for example, back 4? Do you think he goes for it? What do you think Moyes does tomorrow?
I think he'll go for it. He did against Liverpool at home. He did against Chelsea at home. So I think he'll go for it. I think he'll go back 4. I hope he does, because they're funny size cities. They've got no recognised number 9. Whether they play Jesus up front tomorrow, I don't know. But their strength, as we all know, is in midfield. They've got some tremendous players there: Sterling, De Bruyne, Silva, Mahrez. So we need to make sure that we have a game plan. And I think we just need to try to restrict the attacks down the wings and the cutbacks. Mark very well. And one thing we haven't just touched on yet, Jake, is our danger from set pieces. We are good from set pieces.
We are though, but we haven't been.
No, but it's there. Everyone knows it's in our locker. It's in our locker. I mean, we scored a few goals. Big Dawson's due one, so you get one tomorrow. Yeah. So we've got our ammunition, but as you said quite rightly, Jake, 15, 20-minute segments is perfectly analysed, because we need to make sure we're still 0-0 at 20 minutes, and then we can just push on from there.
Yeah. I think the worry I've got tomorrow isn't down the middle, because we know they don't play with a recognised striker, and even if it was, if they play Gabriel Jesus down the middle, he's playing well, but I'd still expect Zuma and Dawson to keep him quiet. Yeah. The thing that worries me is Cresswell down that left hand side trying to defend whoever it is down there. Let's be honest, whether it's Foden, Sterling, who else they got? I don't know. Or Grealish, whoever they put on that side, they're going to have a bit of pace, and I think Cresswell could be exposed to her, which is why I think we might go to a back 5 and put Paul Nowell at left wing back.
We might put Ben Johnson left back and Ryan Fredericks at right back, or Soufal right back, who's coming back into a bit of form. You could be right, Jake. You could be right. Depends on. I think Ben Rama's going to be out injured, because that looked quite nasty last week, but I'm not sure he would have started anyway. So I don't know. As you say, it depends how. If I was him, I'd go for it personally. It's the last time game of the season. We need 3 points to catch United, so I would go 4-4-2. We'll see. Sorry, 4-2-3-1. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it will be slightly naive to do that. I think what Moyes will do is he'll look that if we play a 4 at back, Cresswell's going to get exposed big time. Yeah, so I reckon what he'll do is he will play a back 5. And don't be surprised if you see Ryan Cresswell tomorrow as well, because we're hearing that he's not going to sign a new contract, which I'm disappointed about, because I think he's a good squad player and one of our very few players that has a bit of pace.
Exactly.
Nobody in our team pretty much has got some pace, and he's one person who's got it. And the second half of the season, for this whole season, when he's been available, when he's been called on, he's done a very good job. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's involved tomorrow for a bit of pace, because people forget as well, he can defend. Yeah, it's not fantastic. It's not the level of Soufal defending, but he still can defend, whether it is Soufal and Fredericks plays as the wing back. I don't know. We'll have to wait.
I thought we had a 1-year option on him. We've not got a 1-year option on Fredericks. Is he...
I don't know because we've heard Yarmolenko is probably going to be leaving. Fredericks, nothing's really come out about it though, to be honest. No. Very funny, Buster. Very funny. Buster says, "We ate you Frankfurt. We do. Never having another sausage for the rest of my life. And trust me, I've had a fair few of multiple legs." Very funny, Buster. Antonio Ions, hope you well, mate. Hands up if you hate you Frankfurt. Trying to get past that, Buster. I haven't thought about that for a solid. I'll put my hand up anyway. Though. Hey ho. Lawrence says, "We have been poor against set pieces too." Yeah, I think that's just a mix of Souček and Dawson not being there. I don't think we have to worry tomorrow, particularly about defending set pieces, because they're not a side with 2 massive centre backs that are going to come in and nod it in like Dawson, aren't they? So, but hey ho, now I've said that, they'll go and score a set piece tomorrow, won't they? But Lawrence says defence needs to show up tomorrow. I'm worried about Cresswell. Yeah, I'm worried that he'll get exposed. Lawrence says Cresswell's not been the same since he hurt his hip and when he ran into the goalpost. When he ran into that goalpost, Man City away, he hasn't been the same since. And I think that's whatever he hit there, I don't know whether it was privates or whatever it was, but when he went into that, he hasn't been the same. And that was Man City away in the snow. That was an interesting day. But one key player that you think are going to cause West Ham some problems tomorrow. You can only pick one though, Gary. It's going to be hard, I know.
Well, I think I watched the game on Wednesday night, Jake. It's got to be Kevin De Bruyne, isn't it? I mean, he was just sensational. He can shoot, he can pass, he can score goals, and he's really in a rich frame of form. So he's somebody you've got a man mark, I think, tomorrow. Literally put Thomas Souček on him, or maybe even Declan. Try and keep him out of the game because I think he can win the game on his own.
Yeah. To be fair, I think we just need. I say we need to go man to man, but they're probably going to play at 4 at the back. We're going to play a 5 at the back. I think if we can just hold our line there and not get too exposed with pace, I think we can weather the storm. And then when we're in attack, let's push up and go for it. But we've got to be quick back in transition because they can break like that and they can score like that. They're a very dangerous side that can play clever and just open up a team like that and score.
Yeah, I mean, almost certainly they'll score because they've scored pretty much every game this season. So it's going to be something won. So whether we can score something. But we've scored every home game this season, I think, as well. So it should be full of goals.
Should be full of goals. With goals in the mind, what's your prediction, Gary?
If you gave me £100, Jake, I'd probably say City would win, but I would never, ever bet against Hammers, ever. So I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Oh, 2-2 draw. Do you know what? I barely ever predict West Ham to lose, and that's not going to change today. This will not happen, but I'm going to say it for the sakes of it. And I'm going to say West Ham United 2, Manchester City 1. 1-1 on the 82nd minute. Mark Noble comes on. We get a penalty where City's 5th choice left back pulls down Jarrod Bowen in the box. Mark Noble picks up that ball. He puts it on the spot. He fires it straight down the middle, beats Ederson. West Ham United win. Send Man United to Conference League. Fingers crossed if they don't beat Palace on the final day.
Are you envisaging a Panenka by Noble for his last kick, are you?
That was exactly what was going through my mind when I said he's going to put it down the middle. I thought, but I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that because there's no way he's doing that. He's stepping up and he's banging it in the back of the net. Trust me. And Dawson will score the other goal from a set piece. Because you mentioned there they've got a little defensive crisis, but it's not much of a crisis. They've probably got a £40 million replacement they can bring in, or
Nathan Ake or something.
Nathan Ake and somebody else. Because Laporte's injured, I think. Diaz and Stones. So hey ho, we'll see what happens. 2-1 West Ham, says Lawrence. Good call, Jake. I know I'm full of them. Shark says Noble will come on as a substitute. I reckon. Yeah, I think that'll be the more probable scenario. To be fair, if we were playing, as I said earlier, like a Norwich or a team like that, he'd probably start. But it's starting tomorrow.
I hope he does come on, but if it's close, I don't think we will. If it's close, we're 1-0 up, or it's we're drawing. I don't know if we will.
Yeah.
But bringing those off for a penalty works so well against Man United. So let's let's hope it doesn't happen tomorrow. Can you imagine his last kick of the game if he throws it against the post or something?
Honestly, could you imagine he doesn't come on against Brighton? His last kick was that penalty. That was his last kick in a West Ham United shirt. But whatever happens, it's going to be an emotional game. And I flip and hope for one thing, whatever happens, that he gets the send-off he deserves. All of the mosaics are ready in that West Stand, I think, ready for the Noble 16 shirt to be held up, everybody with their things like it was in Europe.
One of the sheets as I always do, which is annoying. I can't come out.
You hold it up, Gary, with full pride. And of course, everything else. We're hearing Carlos Tevez is going to be there tomorrow as well. So hopefully we give him a good send-off that he blimmin' well deserves. But final thoughts then, Gary, before we go?
Really looking forward to the game. Really looking forward to it. I think City are a good side to watch. And as you said earlier, Jake, quite rightly, we've come forward so much in the last couple of years. The fact that we can go there not thinking we're going to get absolutely hammered 5-0 shows what a good side we are. So I think if we played our potential, we've had a full week, we can get something. It's going to be hard. Let's be honest. They're one of the best teams in Europe. They need to win the Premier League. It's going to be very, very hard, but let's say we can do it for Nobes. Let's do it for Nobes.
Let's say we can do it. And Shog says, what away shirt is that? I think is that last season's? Season's. Yeah, last season's. Obviously with no sponsor on there, lovely stuff. So yeah, that's that. The reason the preview is so short today is because we're going to be flipping studios, Gary. Right, you ready for this? This is what's going to happen at 4:35 on West Ham. We're going to go from this So there's Bosh. There we go. We're going to be doing a Liverpool versus Chelsea live match watch along to be talking all things about that. And hopefully Chelsea win, because I do not want to see Liverpool win. So join us here on West Ham Official from 4:35, 10 minutes before kickoff. Don't watch ITV and Gary Lineker and all that. You watch it here. We have a Liverpool fan. Gary's going to join us. It's going to be the full works. The only way you can find it is either have good time management and clock on at 4:35, or hit that bell notification after you've subscribed to get a ping when we go live and when we're talking about that game. So that's why the preview's so short. Gary, I'll see you in about 15 minutes, mate. Thank you very much for coming on.
50 minutes. Cheers, Jake. Come on, you Irons.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, for watching in the chat. Do it for Nobes tomorrow. As Gary said, come on, you Irons. And let's do it. Go on, boys. No build-up show, all of that jazz tomorrow, because we are not at home. So I'll try and do something tomorrow, but there'll be no liveness tomorrow. So, yeah, catch you soon. Bye-bye.